Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with the most toxic and dirtiest deck in Clash Royale right now. With this deck, you overwhelm your opponent with bait. Whether it's the Firecracker or the Skeleton Barrel or any unit with a clone at all, you can bait out your opponent's arrows or their spells and make them so frustrated. My personal favorite cards to clone in this deck are the Giant Skeleton for the double death bomb, the Skeleton Barrel for the double connection on your opponent's tower, or the Firecracker so then your opponent has multiple things to hit. Also, when you clone Firecrackers, they disperse because of their recoil after shooting, and that makes it really difficult to hit with one single spell. So let's go jump straight into some games that'll make a whole bunch of people rage quit with this toxic Firecracker clone deck. And if you guys are not already supporting me in the shop, my creator code is SirTag. By using creator code SirTag, I get a percentage of all money spent in the shop at no extra cost to you. It allows me to spend more time on my videos, and I really appreciate it. We're gonna go for a Furnace for some passive chip damage here, and unfortunately we get countered by a simple Tombstone. So I want that Tombstone to expire before we go in for Skeleton Barrels in the opposite lane, but I kind of have to right now. We're going to drop it behind the chain and see what he's going to do. He might just probably go in for like a Mega Minion or something. I don't know, man. He could Tornado it right into the Tombstone. Whoa, he's going to Graveyard me. What a savage. So I'm going to go for the Giant Skeleton just because it tanks up a lot of the Skeletons. It has a huge radius, so he is soaking up a lot of damage. The Big Larry coming through with the sacrifice. Unfortunately, really bad start for us because it's difficult to counteract anyone that has a Graveyard Isos or Tornado deck. I want to see if we can win this matchup. It is not a good start, but I'm a believer. He did just go in for a poison, so we're going to go in for a Cannon Cart here, and we're going to try to make something happen. I think maybe going in for like Skeleton Barrel here with our Baby Dragon and Cannon Cart, and then cloning immediately after, because he did just use his poison. We could possibly break through with something, whether it's the Baby Dragons or the Cannon Carts. He might just Tornado. Yeah, he does Tornado, but the Cannon Cart are definitely going to help us kill the Barbarian Barrel, and then he's forced to drop Ice Wizard. The Ice Wizard is not immediately able to kill all the Skeletons, so we do recoup some of the damage dealt onto us. If we get into a 1-1 situation against Graveyard, that is incredibly ideal. If we drop a Furnace here and we get a poison from him, I would love to see that as well. Even though it's on the lower HP tower, the main thing that I want is I want to bait out poisons so I can have high damage potential on him. The thing is, Tombstone is way more difficult for us to deal with than a traditional Bomb Tower, because Bomb Tower, you know, it doesn't feed us Skeletons that annoy our Fire Spirits and distract them. So this guy's got like the best matchup in the game right now for him. It is the only matchup that I would ever fear while playing this deck. Hopefully we can assert dominance all over it. We're in a Firecracker here and just try to make big plays. If he goes in for a Tornado, that's fine. We're going to try to save up Elixir so then we can rush opposite lane, say with a Cannon Cart, Skeleton Barrel, and Clone. Because that's how I need to break through. I need to do crazy stuff like this. Shenanigan plays, where he's not going to have an answer to the Cannon Cart because he just cycled all of his Elixir, and then he's going to Tornado, and he doesn't have Barb Barrel because he just dropped it. So maybe the Skeleton Barrel is able to do something. Alright, he cycled back to it, so everything was completely nullified. But we're up a lot of Elixir, it looks like. So we can Firecracker, we can Baby Dragon, and then we can use units to counter push right after. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing. The Cannon Cart plus Skeleton Barrel push on the right will be quite annoying for him. And then he's going to have to cycle all of his cards into the other side. So maybe we can go in for a Clone for the Baby Dragons to lock on. Man, this is like annoying because I can't Tornado everything in the Giant Skeleton Bomb. It's like not worth it. It just isn't. It's just too much Elixir. I need to conserve Elixir to make a counter push on the right-hand side because it looks like he's just going to Graveyard here with all those units coming at me. So we want to stop it from crossing the river, and then we want to go in for a Cannon Cart. We're actually up a lot here, but don't let that deceive you. It's so easy for him to defend. So we have to continuously counter push on both sides. I'm not allowed to go in one lane because then it's too easy for poison value, too easy for Tornado value. He just Barb Barrels, so we're not going to do anything with this Skeleton Barrel unless he gives us more value. We want to just clone with the Cannon Cart. Yeah, if I had went in for a Clone on that left-hand side, guess what would have happened, guys? We would have not done any value. What would have happened is he would have just dropped that Tombstone. They would have both collided with the Tombstone, and I wouldn't have been able to win the game. I cloned the right-hand side and captured a dub. After defending the Graveyard with units and counter-pushing, even though we took a lot of damage, we constantly kept him on his toes. We're aware of the cards that he didn't have in cycle and punished him with a Clone on the lane that he could not defend. So even against the hardest matchup in the game for this deck, you can still win if you play it correctly. We're going to sauce out a Furnace. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's good. This guy's got Lava Hound. Let's get it. That is a matchup that we actually want to see because we have so many splash damaging units. And he's not going to be able to arrows on offense in a lot of situations because we can Skeleton Barrel and force out small spells from him. So I'm very excited to see how this game goes for me. We got enough damage on top of the Mega Minion that's not going to be too much of an issue. The balloon is going to go straight towards the furnace that we can then subsequently pull to the king tower to activate the king tower right after. So this is great. No damage on us at all, boys. This is clean. So funny to activate king tower early on like that. He's going to have a miserable time. So this is one of the best matchups for us, undoubtedly. And we can go in for a baby dragon push here. Probably even go in for a cannon card or clone, depending on what he wants to do. If he wants to do that, we'll go in for a clone. Get double death bombs on top of that. Maybe even protect the giant skeleton for a longer period of time. Freak him out and make him drop something else. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but it was pretty nice, guys. This is going really well for me. So I can go for another skeleton barrel and bait out a... I assume he's just going to go drop either a mega minion or arrows, depending on what he has. So he's probably going to mega minion again. No, he doesn't. Okay, he's going to do it still. I was going to say, maybe he doesn't have the time to because he dropped it way later. So the skeletons are going to get way more damage this time. Still does it. So the fire spirits are going to connect to the mega minion. The mega minion is basically dead now. We can go for a baby dragon, and then we can immediately go in for a tornado to pull everything back as well. So we are in a great spot, dudes. So let's tornado this back. Make sure that the fire spirits are going to go connect to the balloon. The king tower helps out, and then the balloon dies without even giving us death damage. We're going to go for a skeleton barrel, and then we're going to go for a clone and just make his life miserable right now because double baby dragons, double skeleton barrels are approaching, and I don't know what you're supposed to do. If you drop air units, the skeleton barrel pops, and then it does damage to your minion horde. So there's really nothing he could have done, guys. Oh my gosh, if you don't want to play against Lava Luna anymore, this is your deck. It destroys it. As you guys can see, it was the easiest answer of my life. We can just go in for a higher furnace here, go in for the firecracker, he gets knocked back, and then the fire spirits go connect, and he misses the arrows, baby! That's what I'm talking about, dude. This is the most toxic deck ever. Right when your opponent thinks that they have an answer with the arrows, they can miss it and be incorrigibly depressed with their situation. So I don't think this man's getting out of this situation anytime soon. The balloon is not even getting death damage on our tower. The only damage he's really gotten was from the lava hound chipping away. We can now go in for a baby dragon subsequently and then go for a clone and walk with a very easy W. Notice where I placed the clone. I dropped it a little bit further back to adjust for the recoil of the firecracker. It always knocks itself back. So when you're cloning, be wary of that. The clone needs to be placed in a spot that will actually hit the firecracker after it shoots. We're going to sauce out a skeleton barrel to open up the game, and we're going to see what's up. This man is going to go respond with a baby dragon. Well, that's some splash damage for you, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. I can go for a firecracker in the back and deal with that. And maybe even go for a giant skeleton if he wants to go for a graveyard or something. I don't know. I just want to tank for that baby dragon. To be honest, he might have a Royale Giant deck or he might have a Golem deck after seeing the Mega Minion plus also Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Baby Dragon. But mostly after seeing the Baby Dragon and then also the Mega Minion, it looks like a Golem deck to me. The Mega Minion plus Mini P.E.K.K.A. is just confirming my suspicions of Golem now. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a Golem deck. At least from the looks of it. Maybe he's running something super weird, dude. I want to be surprised here. I want to be wrong. Show me something really weird. I'm ready for it. My body is prepared, sir. He's going to go for Baby Dragon again. He does have arrows. Kind of throwing me off. I haven't seen that in a fat minute. It could be like Golem Lightning. That's what I'm thinking it will be. Going for a skeleton barrel here. Yeah, he's got lightning. Exactly as I expected. So the skeleton barrel is going to pop and it's going to get some damage on the tower. But Golem doesn't do very well against us. We have a building tornado and then we have giant skeleton death bomb with baby dragon splash and then firecracker damage all the way around the map no matter where we drop it. It's just moving across the world as it recoils. It's not a fun time for him. So we can giant skeleton in the back just because I don't want to cycle baby dragon passively right now. And I think he's going to be in a miserable time if we go in for a giant skeleton clone even if he golems. I don't think that he's going to have a good time because anything that he drops just dies to the death bomb. So, yeah, we can do this. I can go for something like this, Baby Dragon, and see if he golems here. Okay, he's going to Valkyrie. Or, oh, I thought it was Valkyrie for a second. The animation looked like a Valkyrie. The death bomb just kills everything, so I don't have to spend any extra elixir. The Mega Minion will also not give him too much value. It's not going to be able to kill the cannon cart in time, so that's going to be miserable. We can go for a furnace so we don't leak elixir. And then the Mega Minion dies. The skeletons from the skeleton barrel will be incredibly effective here, baiting out the... I think he'll bait out arrows here, right? He should drop arrows, and then our firecracker is the main thing that holds our fort together, man. If he arrows us that, then he's not going to have an answer for the double firecrackers spam with the clone, man. This is going to be so fun. Let's do it right now. Firecracker, Baby Dragon, Giant Skeleton. We drop it all before the lightning so we get it all down. And man, this is awesome. I am having so much fun with this deck. It is the most toxic thing I've ever played in my life. And I don't think he can stop it. Look at the recoil. It's so far separated from the skeletons. He can't hit it all with arrows at that point. That's hysterical, man. We can go for a giant skeleton here. He's still not able to hit it. I don't think we can clone a clone, but this is hilarious, man. Look at that Firecracker still giving us value. We can go clone it now and get another Firecracker. He did arrows, and then he missed one of the clones. Oh my gosh, this is hysterical, dude. We're going to win the game. We don't even have, like, any damage besides just units, but it's working out for us, man. It's working quite well. Skeleton Barrel might get some chip as well. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. He's going to be able to kill the cannon cart with Baby Dragon, though, so that's unfortunate. We're going to just go in for a Firecracker again. He hasn't gotten any ability to go in for the Golem, which is the most hilarious part about this. He's got Golem, but he's not allowed to use it. It's like, dude, you have a win condition. It's just sitting there on your trophy case. You're never allowed to show it to the world. We can go for a clone here, get the double skeleton barrels even closer to obliterating his tower. If they connect, it's still bad because it gives us chip damage. So we would gradually win by skeleton barrels connecting before he's able to arrow. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Want to sauce out a good luck, and we're going to see what's up, guys. I definitely want to go in for a cannon card if he's going to go in for a miner in the safe spot, because we can't activate King Tower with a tornado. Baby Dragon doesn't stop it from interacting with our tower. The cannon cart was the only move. So he's going to go for bats, and he doesn't have miner in cycle, so there's no reason for me to even worry about them. In fact, I really want to go for a furnace in the opposite lane so then the fire spirits do not get distracted, have their priority straight, going straight towards the tower. And then the mortar is going to be locking onto that for a little bit. We're going to be able to go for a Firecracker. Hopefully the mortar is not able to kill that for a while. Hey, mortar doesn't even kill it. He's going to have poison with this. Okay, so miner, poison, mortar. This is a very strong deck if played properly. He's going to have Valkyrie probably and Musketeer if I remember correctly. We'll see. Yep, there's the Musketeer. All right, so how do we want to play this right now? I have to go for Skeleton Barrel on the right. It's difficult to play against poison mortar decks, man. They have Valkyrie as well. Ugh. All right, I'm a little bit shook right now, but I think I can go for a tornado and go and kill that miner, activate King Tower, and then have the cannon cart lock onto the Musketeer. The Musketeer died before killing the cannon cart too, so that allows us to bait out even more elixir with the bats that do not give him any counter push potential at all. So I'm really liking our situation now. I feel comfortable. Obviously, I can't drop our furnace here because it still gets poisoned, or here, it always has to be on the other side. I am going to go for a giant skeleton. I'm going to wait for that to lock on to the giant skeleton, then I go in for the Firecracker. The Firecracker is able to aid our endeavors at chipping away on that mortar and the tower that we want. I think we're going to be going on the right-hand side, probably not on the same side as him. We're just going to go for Furnace whenever we can, cycling as early as possible so we can have some value from it. Oh my gosh, the giant skeleton bomb. Oh, baby. Good night, sayonara. That is unbelievable luck for us. So he was able to get a pretty okay poison. Doesn't click the second wave of fire spirits. I thought that that was going to happen, so I said pretty okay. It's not that good anymore. He did hit at fire spirits, and he hit the Firecracker, so that was, I guess, something that he was desiring to kill the Firecracker, but it wasn't the best. He's going to have Snowball as well. We're probably going to be best off just slow rolling a Giant Skeleton, keeping Cannon Cart for the mortar opposite lane. If he mortars, we immediately sauce out a Cannon Cart and try to snipe it. It didn't happen. Looks like we have the Cannon Cart here, and then maybe we get some nice clone value. Or we can just cycle as many furnaces as possible so then he eventually poisons, so then we can overwhelm him with our offensive plays where he won't have poison and cycle. So that's another play that I really like doing. I'm going to go for Firecracker on defense against the goblins. And that should be able to kill it and kill the miner. Very clean. I really don't like giving him too much poison value with our clone. Rather just like not have him hit the real units with the clone as well. If I clone, it's an invitation for him to have a 1 elixir poison on real units, and that's just always miserable for me. Okay, I could clone this actually. And then I think that at least one of them gets pushed closer to the tower. Oh, sometimes it works. Sometimes it pushes the giant skeleton closer to the tower and allows you to win the game. That would have been so nice, man. We're going to Cannon Cart. We're going to go in for a Skeleton Barrel. And we really need to win this. This guy's playing really well. He's playing extremely defensive, and he's not letting me get through. And he's not even going to go in for poisons on top of the Fire Spirits or anything. I think he's just played this super safe, dropping defensive mortars in every aspect. So the Baby Dragon latched on. We're getting quite a bit of value there. So now I can start playing Cannon Carts on this side and try to make counter push on both sides now. It's going to poison. That's great. That's really, really, really what we wanted to see. Okay, so the Cannon Cart dies on our side of the map, which is unfortunate, but now we're able to make big plays on the right. So here we go, boys. We're going gung-ho. Actually, no. We're going to go on the left-hand side, because he just decided to do that. It's going to give us giant skeleton value. The mortar is going to go lock onto the fire spirit, so we're going to wait for that second mortar to die. We go for firecracker. And then giant cannon cart. Okay, so we're going to make a huge push, because he's consistently going for these poisons that he's not allowed to, in my opinion. I think that this is the play. This is where we make the last hurrah. The double baby dragons, the double skeleton barrels, and the cannon cart. Please, just let me win this game. I deserve it, sir. I'm running the most skillful clone deck in Clash Royale history. Hey! See, you just have to ask for it. You ask and you shall receive. GG, well played, and peace out.